All right, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in pin 1. Over in pin number 2 now, Amber Hayslip, Cody Lorick. Flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Up next in pin 1, Team 9, Janice Allen, Scott Phillips. Then we'll have a cattle change in 1. On deck in 2 is Team 10, Eric Bromley and Ryan Smith. Then we'll have a cattle change in 2. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Pin 1, Team 9, Janice Allen, Scott Phillips. Flags up. 7, cattle number 7. Up next in pin number 2 will be Team 10, Eric Bromley and Ryan Smith. Then we'll have a cattle change in 2. First team after the cattle change in 1 is Team 11, David Rainey, Bobby Savage. First team after the cattle change in 2, Team 12, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. We're coming your way. Be a no time. Going to be a no time. Cattle change in 1, please. Cattle change in pin 1. Pin 2, flags up. 5, cattle number 5. After this team in 2 is a cattle change. First team out the cattle change in 1, Team 11, David Rainey, Bobby Savage. First team out the cattle change in 2, Team 12, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. On deck in 1, Team 13, Louisa Joni and Cody Lorick. After the handicap is going to give him 7 head at 51-31. As we move over to pin number 1, now David Rainey, Bobby Savage. Right now at the top of the leaderboards, Cody Lorick, David Rainey, 8 head at 51.79. Here we go. Flags up. 4, cattle number 4. Up next in pin number 2 will be Team 12, David Carnahan, Eddie Savage. On deck in 1, Team 13, Louisa Joni, Cody Lorick. On deck in 2, Team 14, Scott Phillips and Ryan Smith. Give us one moment. I think we're just about there up here. After the handicap, going to be 52.49 on 8 head for the last team. All right, we're set, squared away, Reedy. Pin 2, Team 12, David Carnahan, Eddie Savage. Flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin number 1, Team 13, Louis Sajoni, Cody Lorick. On deck in pin number 2, Team 14, Scott Phillips, Ryan Smith. On deck in pin number 1, Team 15, George Frost and Rody Torres. Well, after the handicap, that's going to give him 6 head at 47.87 as we move on over to pin number 1, Team 13, Louis Sajoni, Cody Lorick. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Up next in pin number 2, Team 14, Scott Phillips, Ryan Smith. On deck in pin number 1, Team 15, George Frost, Rody Torres. On deck in pin number 2, Team 16, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in pin number 1. Pin 2, Team 14, Scott, Ryan. Flags up. 7, cattle number 7. Up next in pin number 1, be Team 15, George Frost, Rody Torres. On deck in pin 2, Team 16, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. And on deck in pin number 1, Team 17, Bobby Savage and Mark Allen. We're coming your way. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Team 15, pin 1, George Frost, Rody Torres. Flags up. 2, cattle number 2. Next in pin number 2 will be Team 16, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. On deck in 1, Team 17, Bobby Savage, Mark Allen. On deck in 2, Team 18, Eric Bromley and Janice Allen. All right, after the handicap, we're going to give him a 54.06 on 8 head. All right, team 16, David Rainey, Skip Davidson, flags up. 6, kettle number 6. All right, now we're in business. I think that we're going good now. 8 head at 52.41 after the handicap. 8 head at 52.41 after the handicap. Going to take us on over now. Going to take us over to pin number 1 now. This is team 17. Bobby Savage, Mark Allen. Flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Up next in pin 2, team 18, Eric Bromley, Janice Allen on deck in 1. Team 19, Ryan Smith and Rody Torres. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in pin number 1. Pin 2 now, team 18, Eric Janice, flags up. 1, kettle number 1. Up next in pin number 1, team 19, Ryan Smith, Rody Torres. On deck at pin number 2, team 20, Eddie Savage, Skip Davidson. Then we'll have a kettle change. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time here in pin number 2. Takes us over to pin number 1. Now we're going to have a cattle change after this team. Team 19, Ryan Smith and Rody Torres. All right, we're set now. Pin 1, flags up. 0, kettle number 0. After this team in pin 1 will be a cattle change. Up next in pin number 2, team 20, Eddie Savage, Skip Davidson. Then we'll have a cattle change in 2. First team after cattle change in 1 is team 21, George Frost and Cody Lorick. First team after cattle change in 2, team 22, Amber Hayslip and Janice Allen. Looky here. This is the run we've been waiting on. Looking for a 10-head run. And we got it. Nice work, Ryan Smith, Rody Torres. 10 head at 51.92. 10 head at 51.92. Cattle change in 1, please. Moves us on over to pin number 2. Flags up. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. After this, team in 2 will be a cattle change. First amount cattle change in 1, Team 21, George Frost, Cody Lorick. First amount cattle change in 2, Team 22, Amber Hayslip, Janice Allen. On deck in pin number 1, Team 23, Bobby Savage and David Carnahan. So your new number 1 team, Ryan Smith and Rody Torres, the only ones to throw down a 10-head run so far. Thank you again to Todd Jays and Jay's Salary. Make sure to get on down. Check out all the beautiful saddles here to get your summer started with a brand new Todd J saddle. Going to be a no time in pin 2. Cattle change in pin 2, please. Cattle change in pin 2. Team 21. George Frost, Cody Lorick will be next to go. So just a reminder, this last herd in pin 1 will be on 6 head. This last herd in pin 1 will be on 6 head. Flags up. 0, cattle number 0. Came in at 5 head at 53.08. 5 head, 53.08. Pin 2, Team 22, Amber Hayslip, Janice Allen. Flags up. 1, cattle number 1. Up next in pin number 1, Team 23, Bobby Savage, David Carnahan. On deck in pin number 2, Team 24, Ryan Smith and Eddie Savage. On deck in pin number 1, Team 25, Mark Allen and David Carnahan. Came in at 2 head at 25.61. 2 head at 25.61. Team 23 now, Bobby Savage, David Carnahan, flags up. 7, kettle number 7. Up next in pin number 2, Team 24, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. On deck in pin number 1, Team 25, Mark Allen, David Carnahan. On deck in pin number 2, Team 26, Eric Bromley and Amber Hayslip. Six head, 51.78. 6 head, 51.78. Pin 2, Team 24, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. Flags up. 6, kettle number 6. Up next at pin number 1, Team 25, Mark Allen, David Carnahan. On deck at pin number 2, Team 26, Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip. On deck at pin number 1, Team 27, Janice Allen, Mark Allen. We're coming to you. Right now, you got Ryan Smith and Rody Torres at the number 1 spot, the only team so far on 10 head. We're bringing back our top 16 into round number 2. Going to come in at 7 head at 54.49. 7 head, 54.49. Takes us over now to pin number 1, Team 25. Mark, David, flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Up next at pin number 2, Team 26, Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip. On deck in pin number 1, Team 27, Janice Allen, Mark Allen. On deck in pin number 2, Team 28, Eddie Savage and Scott Phillips. Going to be a no time in one. Pin 2, Team 26, Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip will be next to go. Flags up. 5, kettle number 5. Up next in pin number 1, Team 27, Janice Allen, Mark Allen. On deck in pin number 2, Team 28, Eddie Savage, Scott Phillips. On deck in pin number 1, Team 29, David Carnahan and Skip Davidson. Tomorrow morning, the number 9 Elite Ranch Sorting, as we start to work our way to the Elite Sorting Finals. You are not going to want to miss it. 2024 will be one of the biggest stages ever in ranch sorting, and it could start for you tomorrow morning in the number 9. Came in at 5 head at 51.32. 5 head, 51.32. Takes us over to pin number 1 now. Janice Allen, Mark Allen. Flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Up next in pin number 2, Team 28, Eddie Savage, Scott Phillips. On deck in pin number 1, Team 29, David Carnahan, Skip Davidson. On deck in pin number 2, Team 30, Louis Sajoni and Amber Hayslip. Nine head at 50-65. 9 head at 50-65 is going to put them in the number 2 spot. So they're our only team on 9 head at the moment. We got 1 on 10, 1 on 9, and a whole bunch on 8. This will go down to pin number 2 now. Team 28, Eddie Savage, Scott Phillips will be next to go. Thank you again to everybody helping on the gate. Just in general all weekend long. Thank you for everyone that has stepped up and volunteered, helped us with that. Sure do appreciate it. Eddie Scott flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin number 1, Team 29, David Carnahan, Skip Davidson. On deck in pin 2, Team 30, Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip. And on deck in pin 1, Team 31, Bobby Savage and Rody Torres. We now have a cutoff. It's 4 head at 54-64. 4 head at 54-64 to get inside the top 16. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 2. Pin 1, Team 29, David Carnahan, Skip Davidson. Flags up. 6, cattle number 6. Up next in pin number 2, Team 30, Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip. On deck in 1, Team 31, Bobby Savage and Rody Torres. Thank you to Texas Haynet for 2 years in a row have represented our performance horses. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 1. Moves us on over to pin number 2. Team 30 now. Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip. Pin 2. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Up next at pin number 1, Team 31, Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. Looky here, got a good one rolling. Going to finish at 7 head at 57-36. 7 head, 57-36. That's going to get them into round number 2 as we move on over our last team of round number 1. Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. The cutoff is 4 head at 52-72. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. 5 head or better, and they're coming back to round number 2 for sure. Right now, we got a 10-head run from Ryan Smith and Rody Torres sitting in that number 1 spot. Great way to finish off round number 1. 9 head at 55.31. 9 head 55.31. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go right back into round number 2. Going to check our times, make sure everything's squared away and good to go. And we've got our top 16 coming right back to do it again. All right, folks. Well, with 16 teams coming back, just going to change cattle on the 4s, make it even all the way down the board. Round number 2 of the open handicap sorting. Starting things off will be Bobby Savage and Rody Torres as they just threw down a 9-head run, looking to come back and do it again. Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. Up next in pin 2 will be Team 2, Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip. Pin 1, flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Up next in pin number 2, Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip. On deck in 1, team number 3, Janice Allen, Mark Allen. On deck in 2, team number 4, Eric Bromley and Amber Hayslip. Looking to crown our first sorting champion of the weekend here in the open handicap. We're going to roll right through this. Youth riders, don't go far. We will probably roll through this pretty quickly now that the computer is up and running. Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. They just went to the number 2 spot with 9-head run at 55.31. Excuse me, 3rd spot. Came in at 7 head at 49.23. Going to give a total of 16 head at 104.54 to set the pace. As we go to pin number 2. Flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Up next at pin number 1, team 3, Mark and Janice Allen. On deck in pin 2, team 4, Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip. On deck in pin number 1, team 5, Ryan Smith and Eddie Savage. Look at that now. That's how you line them out and finish one. 10 head at 48.41, the fastest time of the night so far. Going to give them a total of 17 head at 105.77. Going to move them into the number 1 spot. Big time 10 head run right there. Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip as we go over to pin number 1. Team number 3, Janice and Mark Allen. Flags up. 6, kettle number 6. Up next at pin number 2, team 4, Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip. On deck in pin number 1, team 5, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. On deck in pin number 2, team 6, Bobby Savage and David Carnahan. They're going to visit Cheyenne, folks. If you're looking to get out of the heat this summer, head to 6,000 feet in the air and visit Cheyenne. Forever West, the Cheyenne Frontier Days. If you've never been there, you want to put that on your bucket list. Visit Cheyenne. Going to be a no time in 1. Takes us over to pin number 2 now. Eric Bromley, Amber Hayslip. Team's coming in at 5 headed at 51.32. Flags up. Flags up. 4, kettle number 4. Up next in pin number 1, team 5, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. On deck in pin number 2, team 6, Bobby Savage, David Carnahan. On deck in pin number 1, team 7, George Frost and Cody Lorick. Remember, folks, with only 16 teams, we're going to change cattle on the 4s in each pin. Going to be a no time. Pin 1, team 5, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. Flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Up next in pin number 2, team 6, Bobby Savage, David Carnahan. On deck in pin number 1, team 7, George Frost, Cody Lorick. Then we'll have a cattle change in 1. On deck in 2, team 8, Ryan Smith and Rody Torres. We'll have a cattle change in 2. Wind River Microbes bringing us our cattle crew and our cattle. Thank you to Wind River Microbes being an annual sponsor throughout the entire year here with USTPA. Nine head at 54.73. 9 head, 54.73. That's got them right there in the mix. Going to put them at 16 head at 109.22. As we move over to pin number 2, Bobby Savage, David Carnahan. Flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next at pin number 1, team number 7, George Frost, Cody Lork. Then we'll have a cattle change in 1. On deck in 2, team 8, Ryan Smith, Rody Torres. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 2. Takes us over to pin number 1 now. Team number 7, George Frost, Cody Lork will be next to go. We're bringing back our top 10 for the championship round. Right now we've got 3 on the board. Flags up. 1, cattle number 1. Up next in pin number 2 will be team 8, Ryan Smith and Rody Torres. Then we'll have a cattle change in 2. First team out the cattle change in 1 is team number 9, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. First team out the cattle change in 2, team 10, George Frost and Rody Torres. Cubit Hay Company will deliver anywhere in the country with your feed needs. Make sure to get with Cubit Hay. Fantastic people and a fantastic partner of the USTPA. Bringing you the Rumble in the Rockies, June 23rd through the 25th. Thank you to Cubit Hay. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in 1. Cattle change in pin 1, please. Cattle change in pin 1. Brought to you by Wind River Microbes. Now we're going to head on over to your number 1 team coming into the round. This is the only team in round 1 to have a 10-head run. It's Ryan Smith and Rody Torres. 10 head at 51.92. Eight-head run or better, and they will go to the number 1 spot right now. Flags up. 1, cattle number 1. So after this team in 2 is a cattle change. First team after the cattle change in 1, team 9, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. Up next in pin number 2, team 10, George Frost, Rody Torres. On deck in 1, team number 11, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. We're coming to you. No time. Going to be a no time in 2. Been a bit rough here in round number 2. We got 3 on the board and half of the teams done as we go on over to pin number 1. This is team number 9, David Rainey, Skip Davidson. They're coming back on 8 head at a 52.41. Youth Riders, we're getting closer. Youth Riders are getting closer. Again, thank you to Boot Barn for 3 years in a row now. They've been big supporters here. The USTPA continue to come back and grow with us. Sponsoring the Buckeye Battle, the Boot Barn Buckeye Battle up in Columbiana, Ohio, July 21st through the 23rd. Thank you to Boot Barn. Flags up. 5, cattle number 5. Up next in pin number 2, team 10, George Frost, Rody Torres. On deck in pin number 1, team 11, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. On deck in pin 2, team 12, David Rainey and Bobby Savage. Got it. 10 head at a 50-46. Outstanding run. David Rainey, Skip Davidson, 10 head and a 50-46. That's going to give him a total of 18 head at 102.87. There's your new number one team, David Rainey and Skip Davidson. As we move on over to pin number 2, Team 10, George Frost, Rody Torres be next to go. So we now have 4 on the board. 18 head from David Rainey and Skip Davidson. 17 head from Louis Sajoni and Amber Hayslip. 16 head from Bobby Savage and Rody Torres, as well as another 16 head run from Ryan Smith and Eddie Savage. But now it is George Frost and Rody Torres' turn. They're coming in with 8 head at 54.06. Flags up. 3, kettle number 3. Up next in pin number 1, Team 11, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. On deck in pin 2, Team 12, David Rainey, Bobby Savage. On deck in pin number 1, Team 13, Eric Bromley and Ryan Smith. Seven head at 52.87. 7 head at 52.87. Now we're getting some times on the board. 15 head at 106.93 is what they got. So they're going to put them in the number 5 spot. As we go to team number 11, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage will be next to go. They're coming in on 6 head at 47.87. Flags up. 4, kettle number 4. Up next at pin number 2, Team 12, David Rainey, Bobby Savage. On deck in pin number 1, Team 13, Eric Bromley, Ryan Smith. On deck in pin number 2, Team 14, Skip Davidson and Louis Sajoni. Three head at 52.66. Going to give it a total of 9 head at 153. That's got him inside the top 10 at the moment. As we go down to team number 12, David Rainey, Bobby Savage. Flags up. 7, kettle number 7. Up next in pin number 1, Team 13, Eric Bromley, Ryan Smith. On deck in 2, Team 14, Skip Davidson, Louis Sajoni. On deck in 1, Team 15, Cody Lorick and David Rainey. Five head, 48.84. Gives them a total of 13 head at 101.33. He's got them in the mix. With only 4 teams left to go, this is Team 13, Eric Bromley and Ryan Smith. Flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Up next in pin 2, Team 14, Skip Davidson, Louis Sajoni. On deck in 1, Team 15, Cody Lorick, David Rainey. On deck in 2, Team number 16, David Carnahan and Scott Phillips. And that's going to do it for round number 2. Right now, we've got 7 teams on the board coming back to the top 10. Looking to fill this thing out. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in pin number 1. Takes us over to pin number 2, Team 14, Skip Davidson, Louis Sajoni. Flags up. 2, kettle number 2. Up next in pin number 1, Team 15, Cody Lorick, David Rainey. Going to be a no time in 2. Going to be a no time in 2. Takes us over to pin number 1 now. Cody Lorick, David Rainey coming in on 8 head at 51.79. Flags up. 0, kettle number 0. Up next at pin number 2, Team 16, David Carnahan and Scott Phillips. Right now, a qualified run will get you into the championship round. No time. Going to be a no time in pin 1. Well, our final team here in round number 2, David Carnahan and Scott Phillips. Flags up. 6, kettle number 6. Right now, we've got 7 on the board. If you had a qualified run in round 2, you are coming back to the championship round. Top of the leaderboard, David Rainey, Skip Davidson on 18 head. They're coming in on 7 headed at 55.03. Going to get there, going to make themselves come back to the championship round on a 4-head run at 33.63. And a total 11 head at 88.66. So we're going to bring 8 teams back to the short round. We're bringing back 8, so be ready to roll as it is about to be championship round time. We're going to have all 10 in one pin. I'll let you guys choose which pin, but we'll have a 60-second break in between. Each run.
Hello, I am Tom Jurgens, president of Rayco Builders in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're in the business of providing general contracting and design build services for growing and expanding businesses. From 100,000 square foot expansions to beautiful retail storefronts and unique agricultural manufacturing builds, we have the track record and the know-how to tackle your business's growth and needs. With concrete, in-house design services, pre-engineered steel, and more, our experienced team takes on each project as it were their own. Contact us today to learn how we can partner on your growth and success.
All right, we are set, squared away here in the short round. And wouldn't you know it, our number one team coming back is going to start this party off. David Rainey, Skip Davidson will be our first team to go. All right, it's go time. Flags up. Five, cattle number 5. On deck will be team number 2, Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. Going to finish at 5 head at 37-17. 5 head, 37-17. Going to give a total of 23 head at 140.04 to set the pace for the rest of the pack. Looking pretty good. They've got themselves in a pretty good position. David Rainey and Skip Davidson. All right, pin 2. Team 2, Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. Team's coming in 16 head now. 8 head runner better, and they're guaranteed to go to the number 1 spot. Bobby Savage, Rody Torres. Give the cattle a little bit of a breather around here. For those of you who might be watching us on the Cowboy Channel app, Equus TV, or any of the USTPA live feeds around the world, Bobby Savage, Rody Torres are coming in at 16 head at 104.54. An 8 head runner better, and you're looking at your new number 1. We're bringing back our top 8 have made it into the championship round here at the Open Handicap West Monroe Pin and Sort. Flags up. 2, cattle number 2. On deck, team number 3, David Carnahan, Eddie Savage are coming your way. Oh, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. We're paying 4 holes, folks. We're paying 4 holes here in the open handicap. So we're going to take things to team number 3 now. This is David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. They're coming in on 9 head at 153. Now, they can't get quite to that number 1 spot, but they darn sure could get themselves in a mix and get themselves a big paycheck here in the open handicap. Now, Eddie Savage just coming off a championship run in the number 7 pinning. Looking to go back to back and do it here in the open handicap. David Carnahan, Eddie Savage, 153 on 9. Flags up. 1-1, kettle number 1. On deck, team number 4, Louis Sajoni, Amber Hayslip, we're coming to you next. Thank you to Rayco Builders. Oh, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Had some ground to make up, so they're gassing it. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time for team number 3, David Carnahan and Eddie Savage. Well, that brings us down to Louis Sajoni, currently sitting number 5 in the world in the USTPA in the 7s. And Amber Hayslip, they're coming in with 17 head at 105.77. Big time opportunity right here. If they could get 7 head or better, they will go to that number 1 spot and surpass the current number 1. 17 head at 105.77 is what they're bringing to the table. Cubit Hay Company bringing us the Rumble in the Rockies, along with LS Performance Horses, the USTPA. 35,000 added in cash and prizes. It's going to be a big-time team pinning, ranch sorting, and it's going down at 8,600 feet in the air. Estes Park, Colorado, June 23rd to the 25th. Thank you to Cubit Hay Company for bringing us such a great opportunity. All right, here we go. Flags up. 4-4, kettle number 4. Up next will be team number 5, Ryan Smith and Eddie Savage. So right here in round number 2, Louis Sajoni and Amber Hayslip put together the fastest sorting run of the weekend so far. They had 10 head in 48-second range and looking to do that again right here. Again, 7 head or better, and they will go to that top spot. They are rolling right now. They have got their rhythm. Picks up the next one. Louis right behind her with the next. They are moving now. Can they get another 10-head run? Come on, team. Got it. That's the run they were looking for. That's going to put some big-time pressure on the rest of the pack. 10 head at a 55.26. It's going to give them a total of 27 head at 161.03, and they're going to jump way out into the lead by a 4-head margin as they go down now to team number 5, Ryan Smith, Eddie Savage. Coming in at 16 head at 109.22. Here we go. Team number 5, flags up. 8, cattle number 8. On deck, team number 6, George Frost and Rody Torres. We're coming your way. We're paying 4 holes here in the open handicap sorting. We've got 2 teams on the board so far in the championship round. But we're going to have a no time right here. Unfortunately, going to be a no time. 3 teams yet to go. That means we'd like to welcome in to the pen. This is team number 6, George Frost and Rody Torres be next to go. They're coming in on 15 head at 106.93. Able Suppressors, our next national show in the USTPA will be May 19th through the 21st. Whitesboro, Texas, at the JL Arena will be a USTPA national show brought to you by Able Suppressor Company. Highly recommend checking out their website, their Instagram page, and more, as they have got a lot of really nice products for you gun enthusiasts, hunters alike. Able Suppressors. Well, folks, if you're watching here, here we go. Flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Teams coming in on 15 head at 106.93. George Frost and Rody Torres. On deck will be team number 7, David Carnahan and Scott Phillips. Well, going to come in, going to finish at 3 head at 46.78. But that's going to give them 18 head total. And more importantly, they are inside the top 4 right now to get a paycheck with only 2 teams yet to go. That takes us down to team number 7. This is David Carnahan and Scott Phillips. David Carnahan, Scott Phillips. Coming in on 11 head at 88.66. Youth Riders are 2 away from you. Youth Riders are 2 away. Here we go. Flags up. 0, cattle number 0. Up next will be team number 8, David Rainey and Bobby Savage. Going to be a no time, going to be a no time. Well, that'll take us down to our last team of the open handicap. They're coming in on 13 head at 101.33. Any qualified run will get them a paycheck, but if they'd like to jump into the number 3 spot, they got to be 6 head or better. David Rainey, Bobby Savage. David Rainey, Bobby Savage, 13 head at 101.33. Any qualified run will get them a paycheck. If they get 6 head or better, that paycheck will be that much bigger. All right, flags up. 6, cattle number 6. Our last open handicap sorting team of the night. We're going to head into our youth sorting here in just a moment. Got it going on. We're looking to get it in the money right here with our final team. Came in at 4 head at 46.66. 4 head at 46.66. Well, give us a moment, folks. We have got 4 teams that are going to get paid out. We'll have the official results for you here in just a second. And we'll meet you down there for a quick buckle ceremony, and then we are going to roll right into our youth sorting to finish off day number 2 at the Discover Monroe, West Monroe Pin and Sort. Well, in the money in 4th place with 147.99 on 17 head, David Rainey and Bobby Savage. In 3rd place with a 153.71 on 18 head, George Frost and Rody Torres. In 2nd place with a 140.04 on 23 head, David Rainey and Skip Davidson. And your champions by a 4-head margin with 161.03 on 27 head, Louis Sajoni and Amber Hayslip are going to be your open handicap sorting champions. As we take a quick moment, get things adjusted, youth riders, we're going to roll right into the youth here in just a moment.
Hello, I am Tom Jurgens, president of Rayco Builders in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're in the business of providing general contracting and design build services for growing and expanding businesses. From 100,000 square foot expansions to beautiful retail storefronts and unique agricultural manufacturing builds, we have the track record and the know-how to tackle your business's growth and needs. With concrete, in-house design services, pre-engineered steel, and more, our experienced team takes on each project as it were their own. Contact us today to learn how we can partner on your growth and success.
Rayco Builders, your start-to-finish source for the highest quality pre-engineered buildings, competitively priced and perfect for ag, commercial, industrial, equestrian, confinement, and more. If you can dream it, we can build it. Rayco Builders, also providing concrete service with an emphasis on quality. Foundations, footings, floors, parking lots, and sidewalks, our work will exceed your expectations. Delivering options, not just buildings. Contact Rayco Builders for your free quote today.
Do you want the world of rodeo in the palm of your hand? Pull out your phones and point it at the screen now to download the Cowboy Channel Plus app. There is so much free content. You get all the latest news, highlights, standings, schedules, day sheets, and more. Follow the sport of rodeo like never before. Download the app and get breaking news, alerts, early access to tickets, and more sent straight to your phone for free. If it's happening in Western sports, it's happening on Cowboy Channel Plus.
When you grow up on the ranch, it starts to become a piece of your family, who you are. We raised our kids to be good people, to be cowboys. We're the Colemans, third-generation cattle ranchers, and this is Boot Barn. Welcome home.
Peyton, Aubrey. Flags up. 5-5, kettle number 5. Up next at pin number 1, Team 3, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Callie Sajoni. On deck in pin 2, Team 4, Delaney Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier. On deck in pin 1, Team 5, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz and Allie West. Well, going to finish at 6 head at 57-23. 6 head at 57-23 is a goal over to pin number 1. Now team number 3 takes us to Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz, Callie Sajoni. Flags up. 8-8, kettle number 8. Up next in pin number 2, Team 4, Delaney Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier. On deck in pin number 1, Team 5, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz and Allie West. On deck in pin number 2, Team 6, Dally Matthews and Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz. Oh, going to be a no time after all that work. Had it going. We're going to get by and be a no time. Blank Cow's going to sneak bomb. Pin number 2, Team 4, Delaney Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier. Here we go. Delaney, Tanner. Flags up. 2-2, kettle number 2. On deck in pin number 1, up next in pin number 1, Team 5, Peyton and Allie. On deck in pin 2, Team 6, Dally and Hunter. On deck in pin 1, Team 7, Tanner and Ashton. So far, we got one on the board. 6 head at 57-23 from Peyton and Aubrey. Came in at 2 head at 46-76. 2 head 46-76. And that'll get him into the championship round as we go down now to team number 5 and pin number 1, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz and Allie West. Flags up. 3-3, kettle number 3. Up next at pin number 2, Team 6, Dally Matthews, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz. On deck at pin number 1, Team 7, Tanner Chapelier, Ashton Hayslip. On deck at pin number 2, Team 8, Aubrey Sajoni and Allie West. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Pin 2, Team 6, Dally Matthews, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz. Flags up. 6, kettle number 6. Up next at pin number 1, Team 7, Tanner Chevalier, Ashton Hayslip. On deck in pin number 2, Team 8, Aubrey Sajoni, Ali West. On deck in 1 is Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Delaney Mitchell. Thank you to everybody that's helped us out on the gates all weekend. Thank you so much for all of our volunteers on the gates. Sure to appreciate everybody's help. Came in at 4 head at 50-70. 4 head at 50-70. Going to put them in the number 2 spot right now. You all good? Hold up. Nice job. 4 head at 50-70. Pin 1, Team 7, Tanner and Ashton. Flags up. 5, kettle number 5. Up next in pin number 2 will be Team 8, Aubrey Sajoni and Ali West. On deck in pin number 1, Team 9, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Delaney Mitchell. On deck in pin 2, Team 10, Dally Matthews and Callie Sajoni. Then we'll have a cattle change. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time in pin number 1. Takes us over to pin number 2 now. Aubrey Sajoni, Ali West. Flags up. 1, kettle number 1. Up next in pin number 1 will be Team 9, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Delaney Mitchell. Then we'll have a cattle change in 1. On deck in pin 2, Team 10, Dally and Callie. Then a cattle change in 2. Thank you to K. Walters Equine Insurance. Make sure to get your horse protected. K. Walters Equine Insurance. And a no time, going to be a no time, unfortunately. Right there at the end. Got him. Well, it'll take us over to pin number 1 now. This is Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Delaney Mitchell. Flags up. 4, kettle number 4. All right. All right, we got 5 head at 59.68. Nice work, team. That'll take us over to Dally Matthews, Callie Sajoni. Flags up. 8, kettle number 8. Cattle change in 1, please. Cattle change in pin 1. Cattle change in pin 1. Then after this team in pin 2, we'll have a cattle change. And a no time in 2, no time in 2. So cattle change in both pins, please. Cattle change in both pins. Up next at pin number 1, team 11 will be Ashton Hayslip and Hunter Brismakevitz. Up next at pin number 2 will be team 12, Delaney Mitchell and Dally Matthews. On deck in 1 is team 13, Ashton Hayslip and Peyton Brismakevitz. And on deck in 2, team 14, Callie Sajoni and Aubrey Sajoni. All right. Pin 1. Flags up. 1, kettle number 1. Seven head at 58-12. There's your new number 1 team. 7 head at 58-12. Going to move on over to pin number 2, team 12, Delaney Mitchell and Dally Matthews. Delaney Mitchell, Dally Matthews. All right, here they come, Delaney and Dally. All right, here we go. Team 12, Delaney, Dally. Flags up. 0-0, cattle number 0. Up next in pin number 1 will be Team 13, Ashton Hayslip, Peyton Brismacevitz. On deck in 2, Team 14, Callie Sajoni, Aubrey Sajoni. On deck in 1, Team 15, Allie West and Dally Matthews. Gonna be a no time. Pin 13. Pin 1, Team 13, Ashton, Peyton, flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next in pin 2, Team 14, Callie and Aubrey Sajoni. On deck in 1, Team 15, Allie West and Dally Matthews. On deck in 2, Team 16, Callie Sajoni and Delaney Mitchell. Look at here now. Young ladies can sort. Here they come. How about 10 head at 57.94? 10 head, 57.94 for Ashton Hayslip and Peyton Brismacevitz. As we go to pin number 2 now, Team 14, Callie and Aubrey Sajoni. Flags up. 4, cattle number 4. Up next at pin number 1 will be Team 15, Allie West and Dally Matthews. Going to be a no time in pin number 2. Pin 1, Team 15, Allie West and Dally Matthews be next to go. Flags up. 6, cattle number 6. Up next in pin number 2, Team 16, Callie Sajoni, Delaney Mitchell. On deck in pin number 1, Team 17, Aubrey Sajoni, Ashton Hayslip. On deck in 2, Team 18, Tanner Chapelier and Peyton Brismacevitz. Going to be a no time in pin 1. Pin 2, Team 16, Callie Sajoni, Delaney Mitchell be next to go. Flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Up next in pin number 1 will be team number 17, Aubrey Sajoni, Ashton Hayslip. On deck in 2, Team 18, Tanner Chapelier, Peyton Brismacevitz are coming your way. Going to be a no time. 2 teams to go here in the long round before we set things up for our championship round here in the youth sorting. Now in pin 1, Team 17, Aubrey Sajoni, Ashton Hayslip be next to go. Flags up. 0-0, kettle number 0. Going to be a no time. Well, our last team to go here in round number 1, Tanner Chapelier, Peyton Brisbakevitz. 2 of the most successful folks to come out Amarillo in October. Here they go. Flags up. 9, kettle number 9. Look at there. 10 head at 52.73. 10 head, 52.73. Tanner Chapelier, Peyton Brisbakevitz going to go to the top of the leaderboard. Well, we're bringing back 7 teams into our championship round. It'll all go down right here in pin number 2. All on one herd.
Hello, I am Tom Jurgens, president of Rayco Builders in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're in the business of providing general contracting and design build services for growing and expanding businesses. From 100,000 square foot expansions to beautiful retail storefronts and unique agricultural manufacturing builds, we have the track record and the know-how to tackle your business's growth and needs. With concrete, in-house design services, pre-engineered steel, and more, our experienced team takes on each project as it were their own. Contact us today to learn how we can partner on your growth and success.
Right, short round time. Here we go. And one of our 10 head runs is going to start us off. The number 1 team coming back, Tanner Chapelier, Peyton Brisbakevitz. Flags up. 2, kettle number 2. Up next will be Team 2, Ashton Hayslip and Hunter Brisbakevitz. Oh, man, they came in number 1, but going to go down with a no time. Tough luck right there, but those are 2 to keep an eye on throughout this 2023 season. Tanner Chapelier and Peyton Brisbakevitz going to get a no time in the short round. Team 2 now, Ashton Hayslip, Hunter Brisbakevitz. Team coming in on 7 head at 58.12. The way this is set up, this could get awfully good here in the youth championship round. Outlaw Spirit Buckles on the line here as well. Ashton, Hunter. Our next team to go. 7 head at 58-12 as we give a quick breather to these cattle. Finish out our championship round on one herd here in pin number 2. Flags up. 7-7, cattle number 7. Up next will be team number 3, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz and Aubrey Sajoni. Nice job, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz, putting the brakes on him there in the hole. That right there might have made a massive difference in how this whole thing plays out. Nice run. How about 8 head at 59.90? 8 head. Going to give a total of 15 head at 118.02 and put them in the driver's seat right now here in the championship round. Now we're going to take things on down to Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Aubrey Sajoni coming in on 6 head at 57.23. A 10 head run would put them in the number 1 spot. This is well within the reach of these two young cowgirls right here. 6 head at 57.23, 10 head will guarantee him the top spot. Thank you again to the Days of 47 Rodeo. Big shout out to our family spotlight here today, brought to you by the Days of 47 Rodeo. David Rainey, Susie Rainey, Aaron Baker, fantastic family here in the team pinning USTPA world, highlighted by the Days of 47 Rodeo. Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz, Aubrey Sajoni with a 57.23 on 6 head coming in. A 10 head run, and they will go to the number 1 spot with only 4 teams left to go. Flags up. 6, cattle number 6. Up next will be team number 4, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz and Delaney Mitchell. Well, going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. Team number 4 now, Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz, Delaney Mitchell be next to go. Team here is coming in at 5 head at 59.68. Flags up. 9, cattle number 9. Up next will be team number 5, Ashton Hayslip and Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Going to be a no time. Going to be a no time. 3 teams to go. 3 teams to go here in the championship round. This is going to take things down to Ashton Hayslip, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. They're coming in on 10 head at 57.94. So 6 head or better, and they are going to go to the number 1 spot. We had 2 teams come back on 10 head. One of them went down with a no time. Ashton, Peyton. Big time opportunity right here to jump out and win this thing. Ashton Hayslip, Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz, 10 head at 57.94. It all comes down to this right here. Flags up. 1-1, kettle number 1. Up next will be team number 6, Dally Matthews and Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz. 6 head or better. That is the key here for Ashton and Peyton. Keeping things moving, staying alive. Watch out for that blank, Cal. Well, how about 7 head at 53.38, 7 head. Going to give it a total of 17 head at 111.32. There's your number 1 team, Ashton Hayslip and Peyton Brisbane-Kevitz. Nice job, ladies, as we got 2 teams yet to go. Dally Matthews and Hunter Brisbane-Kevitz now coming out with 4 head at 50.70, our next team to go. 2 teams left here on day number 2. Been a great day here at the Discover Monroe, West Monroe, Pin and Sort. Thank you so much to the city of West Monroe. Being great supporters here not only this weekend as we get ready to go to our elite finals July 27th to the 29th. The state of Louisiana, the city of West Monroe, been great to work with. So thank you to them for all they've done this weekend and here in the future. So coming in on 4 head at 50.70. Flags up. Five, kettle number 5. Up next will be team number 7, Delaney Mitchell and Tanner Chapelier. Be a no time, going to be a no time. Well, that takes us down to 1. Our last team to go here in day number 2. This is Delaney Mitchell and Tanner Chapelier. Delaney Mitchell, Tanner Chapelier. Again, folks, if you're watching us live on the Cowboy Channel Plus app, Equus Television, USTPA live feeds, and you would love to get your youngster here into the USYTPA and into the ranch sorting team pinning world, follow us on Facebook, check us out online, and reach out to us at any time. We will get you lined out and get you involved here in this sport. It's a fantastic way. There is very few sports in the world that support their youth like the USYTPA. All right, here we go. Our last team of the day, flags up. 3, cattle number 3. Well, unfortunately, going to be a no time to finish things off. Going to be a no time. Well, folks, we had 2 teams get it done in the championship round, and 15 head at 118.02. Your reserve champion, Ashton Hayslip and Hunter Brismakevitz. But your champions here in the youth sorting, with a 111.32 on 17 head, Ashton Hayslip and Peyton Brismakevitz are your youth champions here in the sorting of the Discover Monroe, West Monroe Pin and Sort. Well, folks, that's going to do it for day number 2 here in West Monroe. Please tune in tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time, as we get ready to roll with our number 9 Elite Sorting to kick off tomorrow morning. We've got more great ranch sorting action for you tomorrow. It's been a fantastic day number 2. My name is Cody Wood. I come to you from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night, and we will see you in the morning.